Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm going to do another game review, kind of like how I did that one time with comparing Blitz and just regular World of Tanks on PC. This is just so that you guys have a view and an honest opinion of what I think about this game and how it compares to FS18 and FS16 and FS14. It's only going to be the mobile versions. It's not going to be FS17 or FS19 or 13 or it's just the phone version. So, first I want to start off is just with standard realism. It's just so realistic. I mean, compared to the last games, this right here I think was the biggest thing for a lot of people was the first-person view. When you get a view in the cab. I know for me personally it was huge when they added this because they didn't have it in FS18. It's the first time that you can look around and stuff in the cab, and they did a fantastic job of it too. The animations and the graphics and the details are pretty good for a phone, if you ask me, or a tablet. You know, when you turn the wheel and stuff, the wheel moves. Obviously, it's kind of pixelized. It's not perfectly a circle, which is fine. But it's a great start. The controls, you know, like the backup and the go forward, you know, the gas. It's just a standard gray color. In FS, I think, 18, it was green. FS16, it was blue. And then 14, I believe it was... I don't think it was red. It was something else. I don't remember what it was, but they definitely changed that as well. Yeah, and on almost on every single machine, it's pretty good for the price you get when you pay $6. It's pretty cheap, if you ask me. You know, for the equipment that they've got, it's pretty good as well, especially on the bigger machines. They did do a great job of it, I believe. You know, you got your monitor and your controls, and then you got your steering wheel and your gear shifts and all that other good stuff. But yeah, they did a really good job. And one thing I want to show real quick, I'm just gonna start harvesting some soybeans. Let's see, when is it gonna come in? There it is. So, animations obviously aren't perfect, which you wouldn't expect them to be. But the back there, I think just being able to see in the back there for the first time is crazy. Yeah, you do get a lot of these annoying flares right here, as you can see. But it really is an improvement from where FS18 was. It really is. You know, the steering wheel movements, the header movements and everything. The shades and the colors and the shades from the sun and stuff, and the reflections are just amazing. They really are. The graphics themselves as well is pretty good, I think. The details overall of the machines are pretty well, if you ask me. Another thing I like is just they have more equipment options, so you can actually... They added more equipment, so like here in the tractors, they added this 9620RX, and they added the Kloss tractor, and you know, and being able to do cotton as well. I think that's pretty cool. That's actually what I'm saving up for right now. Another thing I like is that you can buy coins are a lot cheaper. So if you spend like $20 in coins roughly, so if you buy 20 of these, you'll have 20 million coins. That should be more than enough for one save game to buy all the land and all the equipment that you want. Maybe not every single piece of equipment that you want, but like at least the biggest stuff. So if you buy 20, if you spend 20 of this, so you can easily get it. It's a really good price, if you ask me, which is pretty cool. And one thing that I think a lot of people wanted to in the mobile, like I did, was the grain carts. They definitely make a difference in how you operate things. They're a lot easier than having to worry about driving the semi all over the place. You can just park the semi in one spot and have the tractor pull the grain cart. The grain cart I have is this one, is the medium-sized one. I did have the big one, but when I realized I wanted to get into cotton, instead of having 2 combines, I wanted to have a cotton combine as well, so I did downsize. But like I said, you can do anything you want. They added cloths, forage and stuff. They added, I don't think we have had cloths either in the game. So that to me is pretty cool. And if I remember from FS18, I think we only had one semi, which I think was this one, if I remember correct. We might have had this other one, but I don't remember. But just the options that they gave you is a lot better. I think they did give us a self-propelled mower, which I think is pretty cool too. You know, just kind of the basic game stuff that they've had. Another thing would be the Minimap here. You know, it's got your all kinds of plants and stuff, which it has usually had. I remember it having the fruit types and the crop types, but I do not remember it from FS18 showing the stages, which I think is pretty helpful, you know, and the soil types and stuff like that. But, you know, your vehicles and your fields that you own, all those filters are really, really useful, which I like that they've added to the game. And if I had a semi-loaded and I was actually in that vehicle, I could tap on anywhere here on the map at a location, and then it would allow me to take it there on FS18. I haven't quite figured how to get that here in FS20. They might have removed the option because of all these other stuff that they've added, but again, I could be wrong about that. Someone I imagine has probably tried to figure it out. But yeah, the animations and stuff are really, really, really good, and they've definitely gotten better for sure for equipment, and it really is a fun game, and it's definitely something that is worth it. It's definitely the best farming game for mobile, in my opinion. It's the most realistic, and it's the most to where you have good graphics and options. I'm screen recording with the highest graphics possible, running at the game. It usually runs between 30 and 60 FPS, and I'm recording 30 to 60 FPS as well. So, I'm recording at 30 FPS, but when I actually edit the video, I can make it go to 60 if I wish in 4K. So my editing software can run this game at 4K, but the game itself is not 4K. You can't get 4K on the game itself. But the engine noises and the details of the machines are really, really well for being mobile. I know I've said that a lot, but that's honestly just true. As far as crop textures go, you can see the soybeans in here a little bit, which is pretty cool. But, you know, obviously you're going to have glitches and stuff when you're looking through kind of things, but that's just something standard that you're usually going to see. But the crops themselves are in rows, so if you look here, you can see individual rows here. They're in kind of like a little patch. Per plant is like a little patch. That's probably the one thing that they're going to stick with, because there would have to be more work for the phone to display that and everything, which is totally fine by me. The straw spreading animations are kind of bad. I don't know if you can bale stuff from wheat or anything like that. I haven't done wheat. No, I think wheat it does lay it out in a straw pad that doesn't spread it out like you see here, like it does with soybeans. The animation is, again, it's pretty good. It's kind of like FS19 with the spreading, but you never had this well animations, I think, from FS18. Let's see what else. So I'll show you guys here in a minute when I'm done with this field, but the animations of the unload auger are really, really good compared to FS18. They really did do a good job. The animations too with the header when it brings in the crop is really realistic too. It looks good. Now, if you'll notice here, there is a little bit of a glitch on the left side of the header, especially on, or not the left side, this is the right side technically, but you can see that there's a little glitch there, especially if I go in here and I'm only cutting this part. Again, the game probably can't help it usually. It doesn't happen so much on the right side like it does the left side. The left side I've noticed is a lot worse in the header. I think that's just part of the programming in it. But at the same time, it's not, you don't expect it to be perfect because this is a major upgrade from the game. I haven't tried to do animals on it yet. I did try at one point, but I just didn't have enough money to keep it going, so I had to switch back to grain mainly. Soybeans gets you the most money of anything, but sometimes I'm just gonna plant corn for fun next and just keep it in the bins, and I'm not gonna keep it for profit or anything, or sell it for profit. I'm just gonna keep it for fun because corn's probably one of my favorite crops. But like I said, just in general, the realism and the graphics overall are way better than compared to FS18. The fields are a lot more realistic too, like the pixels and everything. You have to have pixels because you're not gonna expect a phone to run the best graphics for like you would expect a console or a computer to run. Now here I'm going to show you what I was talking about, the unload auger feature. This is something that I always wished for. You know how it would just kind of glitch, how you really would just see a little bit come out of the auger and then it would just automatically teleport to the grain cart. Well, that's a little bit different here. They kind of made it more realistic. As you can see, you can actually see it going straight down and hitting the actual stuff, and it fills up where you fill it, where FS18 it would just fill up evenly no matter where the auger positioning was. So that's something I thought was really cool. That's something I've always wanted to see, and I'm so glad that they finally put it in this version. There is a glitch in the map, so you always want to be constantly looking at your mini-map, or not your mini-map, but the map in general, because sometimes it'll look like that there's stuff there and if you go to the mini-map, you'll see that there really isn't. But that is something that you should keep in mind. But like I said, for $6-7 to buy this game, it really is worth it. I don't play it that much, even though I have 70 hours. I used to play it a lot, but I kind of just stopped playing it after a while. But like I said, the animations and stuff are really good. The dirt textures and stuff are pretty good too. You can see the header's just dirty, and just the smaller details. You can see the sickle sections there, and the standard bottom of the header. You can see that. But it really is good. They did a great job. Giants did great. I think what they did is just kind of base the graphics and stuff off of FS19, because this is what this is based off of, or this is just a mobile version. So I think that's why they were able to do it so easily, and that was smart of them. They made the right choice, and I'm glad they did, because it just has made this experience in farming, as far as on mobile, a lot better. And I'm proud of them for doing that, and I'm happy to pay that $6, $7, I forgot how much I paid for it, to get this game. And if they come out with a better version, I will definitely be reviewing that and comparing it. But they've definitely improved over the years, especially graphics-wise and just overall detail. They really did do good. The farmyard and stuff is pretty good too, detailed. Everything is, for the most part. I think the least thing, I haven't discovered animals yet, and how far and how good their animations are. I did do animals in FS18, where I just did cows, and it was pretty simple. I haven't done that yet in this game. I'll probably create a new save game and do that, but they look pretty realistic from what I've seen. So I think it's definitely an upgrade from FS18. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for this. I'm trying to think of anything else that I forgot. But like I said, it really is worth it. This game really is worth it. Just the way that it's improved from FS18, it really has improved. And if you just want to relax in game and just do some farming and just, I don't know, have something to relax in game at the same time, this is definitely the game for you. Real life, you know, if you're going to compare it to real life, obviously Farming Simulator isn't nearly as realistic as real life, which, you know, I don't think any game really is that realistic compared to what it is in real life. You have to be pretty technologically advanced to do that. But like I said, as far as gaming goes and just having fun with it, and sometimes being unrealistic makes it fun. Like if you have like a $50 million farm or something and you buy a bunch of coins or whatever, or you put in mods that give you money like you do in FS19, and you just have unrealistic, you know, amounts of equipment and stuff and money. That's the whole fun and part of the game. And you know, just being able to drive the big equipment and working with it, I think that's probably the most enjoyable part for a lot of people. I know it definitely is for me. I never noticed that USA flag there. I can't believe I never noticed that flag there. Huh. You guys see it moving? I never noticed that. That's cool. I don't think I've seen that windmill spin. You know, there in the left corner. I have seen the windmill spin a few times. But yeah, I didn't notice that flag there before. I'm glad I saw that. There's a lot of things that you don't notice, but like I said, the graphics in general are beautiful. The plants don't have much detail. They're just kind of random. You can't really see much to them, which is fine. It's a mobile game. You're not going to expect it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you. You can get this on Android and iPhone and iPad and, you know, all those good stuff if your phone can handle it. You can connect a PS4 or an Xbox controller to your phone. You have to have, I don't know what apps you have to have, but I wanted to get a PS4 controller and play it like this, just so it's easier and I can record better. Doesn't necessarily record better all the time, but you don't see all these, like, you don't see all my controls and stuff. Like, if I had a controller connected, you wouldn't see it. But yeah, guys, that's another thing I forgot to mention is the mirrors. They are blurry and they are there, but they're not great like they are in FS19 and stuff like that. You know, the mirrors were just pretty much just disgustingly gray in FS18. Here's another oh, I think I'm too close. There we go. So the animations of the auger on all of the augers are fantastic. I can't actually see. Oh, there we go. But yeah, you can unload the grain cart in the pit without having to have a truck or trailer dump it, which I think is another annoying thing, especially if you had to use a combine. It will work with the combine. I have done it before. And it's just great because if you have a fully loaded truck and it's completely across the map, you don't have to worry about driving it back there just to unload the combine. So that is something that is nice. And I think that's another big thing of what people wanted. And Giants listened. They really did. And they did a fantastic job. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to mention about the game. You know, engine noises and stuff are definitely a lot more realistic. And I love the sound of this tractor. You guys never hear it because I'm always putting music and stuff in it. But the sound of this deer and this Challenger is pretty good. Yeah, when you rinse it off, it does look clean and stuff. It looks brand spanking new. And I'm really happy the way this game turned out, but one other quick thing is that, you know, you've always been able to see prices, and I think that this is definitely something that helps as well. Your animals, obviously I don't have any, it shows your hours and work and stuff in real life of how long you've been actually using these machines in real life, which I think is pretty cool if you ask me. Um, it shows how much money you've spent and how much you've made, but your settings are pretty basic. You know, your graphics, your volume, gyroscope, your steering type. I always have it in real time, which I think is cool too, because in FS18 you couldn't control the time, which to me is extremely important. If I'm planting or harvesting, I have the time in real time. That way I can do it all at once, and I don't have to wait for the growth stages. And when I do have to wait for the growth stages, I can just speed up the time and wait 5-10 minutes, and the crops are ready, and then put it back to real time, and I can harvest and keep doing what I need to get doing. So, you can have traffic on or off. I have it on just for the realism of it, because why not? If you have a lot of machines everywhere and you're constantly working, then I'd suggest turning it off. But my graphics are the highest possible. I might have lost you guys there. Nope, I didn't lose you guys. I think the game froze. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's worth it. $6, $7, whatever it is, it's worth it. Spend some money in the game to get a few million coins. You'll be good to go. Oh, hey, look. It came back. I've never had it unfreeze before. I've usually just cleared out the app when it does that, but I guess I accidentally disconnected the header. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And I hope you all have a great one. And I will catch you all later.